Hi, it's Scottish Mudlarking with Nicole and Craig. Today we've come along to Ceres Burn and we're going to have a wee look around the banks here and see what we can find. But over a few videos we're going to make our way along this burn until we get back to the point where we made our second ever video for this channel, and that's at Kemback Waterfalls. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Oh, Nicole's already found something. I'm just doing a nice wee panning shot along the river here, listening to the birdies. Let's see what Nicole's found. She's right beside me.
Here we
What'd
are.
you get?
A little bit of transferware.
Very cool. Okay, so we basically just stepped down here. It's very dirty, needs to be washed. That's fine. We'll take it home, wash it with the other pieces that we found.
Yeah.
Further up the river there.
Yep. Looks good.
Yeah, nice. You having any luck there with that wee trowel?
Well, I found a couple of pieces of bottle and a bit of rusty metal.
Rusty metal? Oh
Yeah.
well. It's something, I guess.
Yeah. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, let's do that.
Any idea what this is?
None whatsoever. Let's take a look at that. That's quite bizarre. Now, what material is that, do you know?
It looks like it's ceramic on the top and metallic on the bottom, so maybe it's some sort of heating element.
Yeah, I guess that could have formed part of a heating element. My guess is that you see this point here where there's, let's move it back round there we go. This point here, there's a little contact there, a little metal contact there, and that might have led to wires that wrapped around that piece to form a heating bar.
That's a very cool piece.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
I'll take that.
Why not? What do you think you'll do with that? Big earring? Statement piece?
No, it'll probably be not a vase, although it's got a hole in it. Something for a steampunk collection.
Oh yeah. One of these days you're going to see the house and we're going to have a shelf and it's going to be very steampunky.
Yeah.
I think the little bottom of a jar there. Quite a thick glass bottle bottom as well. Now we found these the last time we were here and just left this little pile, so it doesn't look like the river's been through here very fast.
This is amazing. I've never found one like this before. This is the first. Come and have a look. Oh, can you see it?
Yes, we certainly can. I'm going to need to focus. Okay. Now, can you explain why that's so special?
Well, it's a bottleneck and it still has the vulcanite stopper in it, and I've never found the two of them together. And it's also special because this one is St Andrews and Cooper, and we live in Cooper.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is a very, very cool find, isn't it? That's awesome. Oh, sadly it doesn't have the entire bottle.
This is really cool. In all the years we've been mudlarking, I've never found a stopper in the neck. And if you don't know what a vulcanite stopper is, do check out our previous videos on vulcanite stopper. This is cool.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bucket load of these things.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we have some bottlenecks as well that we know would have fitted one of these, but never, ever, ever found one together.
No, no, no.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we'll try and clean it up and see if we can get it out. But if not, we'll just leave it in.
Yeah, I'm happy just to leave it.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's just algae on that, it's just a thick piece of clear glass, I reckon. But it does have that kind of interesting yellow tint that we sometimes get with UV. And it's actually quite soft, which is surprising for this river. We've seen this very large shard of blue pottery here. Oh, reckon that must be, I don't know, that looks like quite a modern glaze to me. Could be a bit of a plant pot that's been broken up and found its way into this rubble here. But we know there are things in this rubble that are a lot older, because we've found some interesting bits and bobs here. Just right down on the very edge of the bank here, and there's this lovely little piece of blue and white pottery there. It's two-sided, although this side's quite faded compared to the other one. But that's really cute. It's a very nice wee piece. Now I saw something else just along from where I'm kneeling down just now, so I'm going to see if I can find that again. Because I walked past it to look at the wild garlic, and I can't see it. So we'll take this piece, let's see if we can find that again. Now I did see something, it wasn't what I can see now, and I'm not even sure. I think you can probably see what I can see. I'm going to leave it here for a second and see if Nicole can see it. Nicole's just coming around behind me, but I'm going to mark it. So I found a wee bit of blue pottery, and I saw something else that I was coming back to look at, and as I was looking for that thing, which, believe it or not, it's nothing like as good as the thing that I just saw, I thought you would like to find that.
I'm intrigued.
So have a look. It's really, really close to where your feet are, so have a wee look around, see if you can see it.
I can see a metal gutter.
Yeah, there's some metallic objects in there.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I see it! Oh! Now this is so cool. I've just noticed it says cartons on it, cartons or gartons. They both made brown sauce, and it's clearly embossed on the top, and usually when we find these at the beach they're really worn away, so this is a great find. And if you don't know what brown sauce is, it's like A1, it's a kind of steak sauce, and it's been very popular since Victorian times.
So basically, between that and that vulcanite stopper, the vulcanite stopper being the first time we've ever found a vulcanite stopper in a bottleneck, and that being the first of those stoppers, the first that we've ever found that is clearly marked and identifiable, that on this one part of this this burn, that's two unique finds. That's really awesome.
I guess we better keep looking.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty more unique finds to be had. That's really cool.
Okay, that's fantastic. Great find. Okay, now what's this then? Oh, it's the bottom of an old bottle. Don't know how old it is. Quite old, quite thick. E26S something, so that's the mold number.
Not the year of manufacture.
It might be
That's
19...
a Pictish bottle though.
Yeah. Oh.
826.
Yeah. Oh, I see something in the water there.
You do?
Yeah, it's like a ring. I don't think it's a bangle, but it's a metal ring.
Okay, now I can't see it, so you'll have to be careful and point it out.
Okay, it's sort of in there.
Okay, I can just about make it out, but I think unless... I'm not going to change the lens just now. We'd need a polarised lens to see that. Okay. It's not... Oops. Oh.
It doesn't seem to be a bangle. It's the top of probably a can.
Ah, yeah.
But it's just very much like a bangle. I think I'm going to take it anyway.
Yeah, why not? What you found? Oh, it's some metal.
Well, that's cool. I don't know what it is. Maybe a light switch cover or something, or...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting. It looks like it's brass, maybe copper. Oh, ground here's a bit slippy. A tiny bit of glass there. I picked that up because it's very unusual for this area.
Oh, is it UV, you think?
I thought that. I did think that it might be. It's got that yellow kind of tint to it.
Yeah.
But the reason that I picked it up is because it's actually quite frosted.
Yeah.
Which is surprising for this area.
Yeah, very surprising. Yeah, we'll take that home and we'll take this home.
Yeah, that's very cool. More for the steampunk shelf?
Yeah. I'm going to go over there now.
Okay, I'm not going to follow you because I'm not wearing my wellies. So we're going to come back here tomorrow and then I'll bring my wellies that time and we'll get a proper look over there. But in the meantime, Nicole's going to scout ahead.
I'm exploring.
Well, I wasn't sure how deep the water was going to be and whether we might see some Wellingtons being filled. But alas, no. Okay, you see what you can find over there. I've just seen something very pretty here. So I'm just going to take a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, so just as Nicole was heading off across the river there, I caught sight of this piece. A nice piece of transferware. You finding stuff over there? Alright. Okay, so if you can't hear, I'll translate. Nicole's found some milk glass, some spongeware, and a piece of transferware as well. I couldn't make that out either, folks. So it's at times like this that I really wish that smell-o-vision was a reality. Well, at least for anybody who likes garlic. All these white flowers that we can see here. This is all wild garlic. Now, I can't quite see the leaves of the white garlic. It seems to be buried a bit by the other growth here. But if you can get a hold of those leaves and you press them between your fingers, it is such a lovely, lovely, lovely garlic smell. And it, as you can see, there is so much of it around here. So not to be outdone, thought I'd have a little peek around here, and yeah, nice little piece of blue transferware here. Should take that, and I see what looks like spongeware just hiding behind this this branch that's fallen. Maybe not spongeware. You can just see a little bit of blue here. Oops. Actually, this also looks like it might have been transferware. Pretty cool. So just to give you an idea of the kind of ground we're on then, it's composed of a lot of rubble and waste in it. You see pieces of clear glass like this, no idea what that's from. There's dried concrete, or cement rather. There's lots and lots and lots of stones and pebbles. And in amongst all this, there are small pieces of pottery to be found. Glorious birdsong to enjoy. It's an odd piece like this. I'm not even sure what that is. It's stone, it could be ceramic. But yeah, so this is the kind of area that we're looking in by the river. You can see that there's been a dump here, or somebody's dumped stuff here. I don't think it's a dump in the conventional sense. We're certainly not going to find lots of bottles in here. It's all shards, I think, more than anything else. But it's a beautiful wee spot. Now, I think that this would have once said Kirkcaldy. So A-R-D-Y. That'd be my guess. Now I'm not sure if you can hear that sound over the bird song in the river, but Nicole just made a happy noise. I expect she's found something quite nice. Well, before we find that out, just take a quick look at the ground here. Where I have found a wishing stone. Is it a wishing stone? Oh, only just a wishing stone. But it is nonetheless a wishing stone. Very cool. Everywhere we go we can find wishing stones. It's really awesome. Oh wow, what's that?
Might be a street sign or something.
I think, just a second. Hold that up for a second. I'll try and get through here closer to where you are. Okay. No idea what that is.
No, I was really hoping it was like an enamel sign, but it's not.
Oh well. That's Nicole saying she's hoping it was an enamel sign. I'm sorry if I'm repeating what you can already hear. It's just I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear Nicole at this distance over the sound of the water and those birdies tweeting away. Oh, it's a smiley face. Cyclops. Smiley face Cyclops.
I'll put it here.
Let's see if Nicole can re-find that shallow channel that she crossed over this river with in the first time. If not, then somebody's going to get wet feet. I'm actually watching quite carefully here because my wellies are a bit lower than your wellies. And knowing that we're going to be coming back here tomorrow, I am obviously concerned. Now Nicole's just spotted the most inaccessible shard of pottery yet. We can't get down there, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a ceramic, looks like the bottom of a jar. It's off to the left of the image. Oh well.
We don't often do roundups, but sometimes we find some things that we think are really quite special and we want to take a few moments to look at them in some detail. Today we've found some really cool finds and one thing in particular that we've never seen before, so we want to take a close look at those things now.
We found quite a few pieces of spongeware, larger pieces this time, and it's really nice to see the patterns in their original colours. We also found a few pieces of transferware. Now this piece of green glass is really lovely. It's really thick, and as you can see it seems to be faceted, so it has sides much like a diamond, which kind of makes me think it's not a poison bottle, but it might have contained perfume and once stood on a lady's dressing table. Really nice find. We also found this huge piece of really lovely blue, and it's unusually frosted for a river, so we might be able to use that for jewellery making. We tend to find pieces that have lettering like these on the beach every now and again, and you can just about make out that this would have been Kirkcaldy, Ladybank, Dunfermline. So that's a local bottle. What's more unusual is this bottle that says London on it. I don't think we've ever found anything that says London on it, so that's a really great find.
Now Nicole showed you this piece in the film, and she said it might have been something to do with a light switch. To be honest, we don't know. If you do know, please let us know in the comments. So that's a few of the things we've found, but there are some unique things on the table here, so we want to take a closer look at those. When Nicole went across to the other bank, she found something that we'd never found before, and I'm speaking about this object here. This is a clay bung. At first we thought it might be the kind of thing that you find in old hot water bottles. But those usually have threads on them, and there's a good reason for that. The pressure that builds up inside a hot water bottle would eject a bung like this. It has no threads, nothing to hold it in place. So we started to wonder, what could it be a bung for? We looked at a few alternatives, and we think that this is probably a bung for either a wine cask or perhaps a spirit jug, so that would be holding strong liquors. Something like that, something that certainly didn't have any gas that could pop this bung out of its container. But this is a really remarkable find. We've never seen anything quite like it before. If you think you know what it is, or if you think you can add to what we've just said about it, please leave us a comment. Now you've seen us find swing top stoppers and vulcanite stoppers before. Nicole in fact has large jars full of both of these things, so what makes these two special? Well, this swing top stopper, we rarely find swing top stoppers that have readable writing on them. This one does, although it's so faint that I have to angle it into the light properly so that you can see the words. This vulcanite stopper makes it much clearer about the potential origin of this one. If we take a closer look at this, there are several remarkable things that we can say about it. One, the vulcanite stopper is still inside that bottleneck. That's really special. We've never found one like this before. We have found a few that still have little remnants of the rubber seal around them, but what we seldom find is legible writing. As you can see, this one says Wilson & Co. Now we know that to be a brewery that existed in St Andrews, and that can clearly be seen from the top here, where you can see the word St Andrews, and just underneath that the name of the town in which we live, Cooper. So we're not entirely sure if this was made by the brewery in St Andrews for sale in Cooper, or what the relationship between these words are. What we do know is that this also says St Andrews in Cooper. So we suspect that these two pieces came from the same brewery. We'll take a closer look at that brewery and we'll tell you about it in a few weeks' time. As Nicole mentioned, this little stopper is quite special, but that's really because we spend most of our time at the beach. Once these items have been washed around in the sea for several years or decades, we seldom see any hint of any writing before. So it's really remarkable to see writing on this one. Makes it a very special find. The last object on the table is this. Now, as you can see, it's ceramic with a metal end. We suspect that this might actually be the element from an immersion heater. So if you have one of those old water tanks in the house where the water for your bath heat up, or your shower for that matter, then this may be similar to the kind of thing that's inside that tank and heats your water up. We'll insert a little picture of something quite similar to that to give you an idea of what we mean. We're going to take this piece of card. It's the same kind that we used for the lighthouse project, and we're going to use it to mount this feature piece of pottery. We're going to use the same glue that we used the last time, and we're going to surround this piece in this flow pottery to give the impression of a plate. So let's get that started.
So we let the glue dry overnight, and I think it's going to look fantastic. Now let's put it in the frame. So if you have lots of little shards of pottery and you like to look at them, why not put them in a shadow frame?
Thank you so much for watching, commenting and liking the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take a moment to do so. There's a wee icon just down there that you can tap and immediately subscribe. Huge thanks also to everyone for visiting the Etsy shop, for gifting us something really nice on our Amazon gift list, and for buying us a coffee through Ko-fi. Thank you so much for that. That really does make a huge difference and it helps us make these films. We're going to be back at Ceres Burn, a little on further down river from here, but that's going to be in a few weeks' time. We hope you enjoyed this and we'll see you then.